If the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first. If you belong to the world, then the world would love you as its own. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. Whoever hates me, hates my father also. They would not have been guilty of sin if I had not done among them the things that no one else ever did. As it is, they have seen what I did, and they hate both me and my father. They hated me for no reason at all.
Peak peace. Peak peace. Peak peace, chat. I wasn't going to go live until 11. You hear me? I wasn't going to go live. I wanted to go live at 11 because I find that pushing the stream back an hour works better for the people that live in the West Coast and stuff like that. But since the spoilers are absolute peak, then we're going to go live at 10. Chat, how we doing? I hope everyone's having a beautiful morning, day or night, wherever you guys are. As always, guys, we got the Stream Elements link pinned at the top of the stream, chat. If you guys want to support, I fixed the link, okay? If you guys want to support going above and beyond, donating and stuff like that, please use Stream Elements. Because if you guys use YouTube, right, memberships or super chats, YouTube's going to take the majority of your money and I won't ever see it. And you will be just pretty much paying YouTube, right? So support your fellow content creators. You guys know how it goes. Thank you guys for being here. Marcel, God bless. Adeko, God bless. Big Smokey, God bless. Fox, God bless, bro. Door Handle, God bless. Eric, God bless. Jay, God bless, bro. Matilda, God bless. I'm glad to see everybody here. If you guys are here, make yourselves known. I hopped out the shower not too long ago, so don't expect me to look too pretty. Chat. I read one thing of the spoilers and I was like, oh shoot, we got to go live, bro. I read one part of the spoilers and I was like, yup, this is a banger. This is a certified banger. Apparently there's something in it that is wild. Dawn of Ascension was telling me like this is 10 out of 10 chapter of the year, greatest chapter ever because of something in here. I only read one part and I feel like what Dawn of Ascension was gassing is what I read. And I even said it out loud. So I hope it's not. I hope it's something else. But oh boy, chapter of the year. Let's get a prayer going, guys. Let's get a prayer going. Then we're going to jump right into the content. Okay. I'm glad to see everybody here. As you guys probably noticed, the thumbnail for this stream is awful. I have a folder for all my thumbnails and I deleted it a week ago. Then I had to remake my thumbnails from scratch and I deleted the folder again today. Again, bro. So I realized that after the spoilers dropped. So I had to cut some corners and the thumbnail right now is awful, but you guys are here, right? So let's begin, guys. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all things visible and invisible. I believe in one Lord, Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, born of the Father before all ages. God from God, light from light, true God from true God, begotten, not made, consubstantial with the Father. Through him all things are made. For us men in our salvation, he came down from heaven and by the Holy Spirit was incarnate of the Virgin Mary and became man. For our sake, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate. He suffered death and was buried, and he rose again on the third day in accordance with the scriptures. He ascended into heaven. He is seated at the right hand of the Father. He will come down again in glory to judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life, who proceeds from the Father and the Son, who with the Father and the Son is adored and is glorified, who has spoken through the prophets. I believe in one holy Catholic and apostolic church. I confess one baptism for the forgiveness of sins, and I look forward to the resurrection of the dead in the world to come. Amen. Christ Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ, I love you, adore you, glorify you, and praise you above all things, creator above creation. I ask that you take care and support all of my friends, all of my enemies, all of my acquaintances, family members, enemies, anyone who opposes me, anyone who's with me. I ask that you take care of all of us on earth, albeit some of us are Muslim, Buddhist, atheist. Christ, I ask that you bring everyone closer to you, draw everyone closer to you, the true fountain of love, the living water, the almighty, eternal God. Draw them closer to you. Never permit me to feel comfortable without you. Lord Christ Jesus, help me love what you love and hate what you hate. Empower my friends and my supporters, such as Viswa, Young Smokey, L, Real Blackbeard Propagandist, Matilda, Dawn of Ascension, Eric, Zadeko, Vincent, countless people who are in this family, who are in this community. Bless their hearts, protect them, empower them, give them strength, give them resilience, courage, bravery, wisdom, peace, love, patience. Give them everything that they need to reflect the glory and the beauty that is you, Christ Jesus. I give it all up to you. You own me. You own everything about me. I wish to just bring more sheep to you, the true shepherd who lays his life down for the flock. I trust you with every ounce and fiber of my being. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. 11:59. We're starting it with a $99 super. We're starting it with a 99. With a 99 from Young Smokey. Here you go. Some money to make some more thumbnails. Thumbnail game needs work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Young Smokey, God bless. SL, God bless. Thank you, Smokey. Tremendous support. We can always count on Smokey. $99 super. You know what? I'm going to have to go get a thumbnail. I'm going to have to go get a graphics artist. Chat, we got to jump straight into this, man. We got to jump straight into this, bro. One of the spoilers I read, I can't believe it, bro. I can't even believe it. Let's just jump right in, bro. Smokey, let's just get right into the spoilers. Chapter 1159, Island of Fate cover. Yamato returns to the Flower Capital. Most garbage cover story of all time. Shaki was kidnapped in Hachinosu, and the news shook the whole world. Okay, not much to say there. I don't really like Shaki being the treasure of God Valley and the whole simp piece and goon piece. I don't really like that at all. 38 years ago, Garling returned to God Valley and attacked Shanks and Shamrock's mom because he wanted to take the kids to the Holy Land with brother. This guy is a demon. Brother. My brother Anika. This guy is an absolute demon. He attacked his own wife and his own son. Bro, that actually lines up because I was thinking yesterday, chat. I was like, man, what if Emu was like the father of Joy Boy? Like the father of Joy Boy and like the spouse of Lily. I was thinking that, bro. I don't even remember what spawned that thought. But now this makes me think that even more. It's like Garling attacked his wife and his son because he wanted to bring them to the Holy Land. Did Emu attack Lily, his wife, and his son Joy Boy because he wanted to create his own Holy Land nation? Whoa. Smokey, what do you think about that? By the way, I can't check Discord yet. We definitely got to go through these spoilers. Kaluta, God bless. Is that Hisoka? That's a wild picture, bro. Wild avatar. Dragon was in God Valley too. Brother. The theories have finally came to fruition, bro. How many times has people like said that Dragon was going to be at God Valley? And you know what? Dragon, wasn't he like 17 at this point? Hold on. You guys are saying Dragon did something. Wait, time out. Did he actually do something, or was he only at God Valley? Because if he was at God Valley looking to the east with an ellipses panel, that does not count. So that does not count, bro. See, again, look, Dragon did something, bro. Don't get my hopes up, bro. Don't get my hopes up. If Dragon was on God Valley and all he did was look to the east with the wind blowing, ellipses, that does not count as doing something. That doesn't count. Young Smokey with another $100 super chat. 2 super chats, 2 stream elements donos, $100 each, chat. I want to see some wokies in the chat, bro. This man, we've just went live. He already dropped $200 in donations, chat. If you guys want to support, don't use YouTube memberships, YouTube super chats. YouTube's going to take all of it. Use the stream elements at the top of the chat. It's optional. Thank you so much, Smokey. God bless, bro. So generous. Thank you, bro. Garling literally might be one of the worst in terms of how evil, how you gonna knock a woman up that come back to hunt her people and her. Yo, who was it during the stream the other day? They were saying that it was Tiante, bro. Tiante was saying, yo, we can't trust Shanks' mom. She's probably a celestial. Remember we had the whole discussion about that? And we were like, nah, bro, like it's possible, because why would he get with a woman that's not a celestial? But at the same time, they kind of make it seem like she's from God Valley. So why would a celestial live in God Valley? You get what I'm saying? So I guess this puts it in the dirt. She's not from the Holy Land. She's not from Marishwa. Oh, dude, Smokey, thank you so much, man. I'm so hyped, bro. Huge donos from Smokey. Banger spoilers. Yo, what else can a man ask for? Dragon was in God Valley too. He was just a Marine soldier at the time. Kuma, Ginny, and Ivankov traveled to God Valley in slave ships. By the way, chat, when they talk about how humans on Marineford enslaved people, it was actually celestial dragon ships. 0.9% of humans own slaves, but like over 40% of celestials own slaves on Marineford. Okay, chat? So if you get the ball knowledge, you get the ball knowledge. If you don't, I don't know. Go read something. Go watch Europa, the last battle. Kuma, Ginny, and Ivankov travel to God Valley in a slave ship. Young Morgans is leaking God Valley info to Pirate Island. Okay, so see, chat. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Morgans is probably not a Roger pirate. That doesn't really make sense, especially when you think about how when Roger and the crew left Laughtail and there was newspapers about how they circumnavigated the globe, Morgans was already in the news world, right? So it seems a little weird that like he would be a Roger pirate but never on the ship and, you know, run the newspapers. Like that doesn't really make any sense. You might as well just say that like he was a Roger pirate affiliate, which I mean seems like a boring theory, so I don't think people would even want to say that. Young Smokey, thank you so much, brother. Young Smokey, did you rate the chapter yet? Smokey, go in the chat. Wokey, go in the chat. 1 to 10. I know your first super chat, you said, actually, I don't think it was a super chat. I think you were just saying that this was an absolute banger. He said this chapter is shaping up to be one of the best, bro. Next point. Zebek meets Harold again. Which, by the way, that makes sense because we saw last chapter when Harold and Zebek fought. The narrator did say that this would be the last time they meet until the day of that incident. Keyword until, meaning like there was going to be a big span of time. I think it was only like, what, 5 years? 5 years where they didn't meet, but then God Valley incident, they would meet. Which, by the way, like a month ago, past few chapters, people have been thinking that Harold was at God Valley. So I guess this confirms it. Harold was at God Valley? Okay. Zebek meets Harold again when he is on his way to God Valley. Zebek tells him the reason he wants to go to God Valley. Zebek feared for his family's safety, so he sent them both, Teach and his mom, to his homeland. That is God Valley.
This guy brought a nuke into the building.
Yo, Zebek is from God Valley? Blackbeard and his mom? God Valley? He feared for... Yo, Zebek really was a hero, bro. Zebek was right. Bro, I've been telling people. Zebek was right. That's why the Celestials want to cancel him, bro. Yo, let me see in chat. Zebek was right. Let's get some Zebek was rights in the chat, bro. Let me see, chat. All caps. Let's go. Zebek was right. Copy, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter. Zebek was right, bro. They smeared his name. Whoops, I posted the wrong thing. Chat, Zebek was right. He was a good man. He loved his people, bro. Not only did he love his wife, or I guess like his baby mama and his son, but he loved his people. Zebek feared for his family's safety, so he sent them both, Teach and his mom, to his homeland. That is God Valley. See, he feared for his family. Next point. Rox's real name is Davy D. Zebek, and he belongs to the Davy clan who lived in secrecy. Chat up on the verge of tears, bro. I'm on the verge of tears. What the hell? Rox's real name is Davy D. Zebek, and he belongs to the Davy clan who lived in secrecy. Zebek's ancestor was Davy D. Jones. What? Wow. Yo, I get that I've been complaining about Oda going on so many breaks, but I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Year 2025 of One Piece is called the fan fiction year. I'm dubbing that. I'm coining that, chat. Let's push the agenda. Let's see how many people will get it. Let's see how many people will agree. I keep saying chapter. 2025 is the year of fan fiction One Piece. So many chapters this year just feels like a fan fiction. Fan fiction. This is the year of the fan fiction. Someone told me this is the year of the rat. No, bro. It's the year of the fan fiction. Davy D. Zebek, he belongs to the Davy clan, who lived in secrecy. His ancestor was Davy D. Jones. Then Rox and Harold fight, but Harold loses on purpose and lets Rox carry on his travel. What? $20 super chat from Smokey. Thank you, brother. God bless. So Blackbeard, his mom, Shanks, Shamrock, and their mom are all from God Valley. While Zebek was right. It explains why Whitebeard was a good man and followed him. Then again, chat again, Smokey, $300. $320. Shout out to Oda for this phenomenal chapter. Chat, $300 from Young Smokey today. $320 in donations. I want to see this chat drop a Wokey. I want to see this chat say, I don't want to see your guys' theories. I don't want to see your hot takes. I don't want to see your comments. Bro, I don't want to see any of that. This chat needs to either say Wokey or Zebek was right. That's what this chapter needs to say. Or that's what the chat needs to say. Smokey, God bless, bro. What a phenomenal chapter. And you're right. Let me go back to that. You're right. Whitebeard was and always will be a good man. Whitebeard is a family man. See, chat, you guys should take notes. You need to be a good father. If you care about your children and you're a good father, then you're going to end up being a good man in general. Smokey in chat, notice how they say Smokey in chat, notice how they say that his ancestor was Davy D. Jones. Hey, now certain YouTubers, certain One Piece theorists who tried to tell us that the D was Davy, they are down bad. And don't get me wrong, I love that theory. I'm not even going to lie, bro. We've spoken on that theory from our own angle a few times on stream. Hey, I loved that theory, bro. The D being Davy, Davy Jones, Davy from Hinduism, all that kind of stuff. I've always loved that theory. But chat, we need to call a spade a spade. That was an L theory, right? It's wrong, right? Because what kind of sense would it be that this guy's name was Davy Jones? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's possible, I guess. But that would be so weird and awkward. It wouldn't be right. You know what I mean, chat? Like Davy Jones. And then that would be a thing where it's like, no. His name wasn't Roxy Zebek. It's Davy D. Zebek. No, wait, his name wasn't Davy D. Zebek. It was Davy Zebek. Like, does anyone actually think that would be the thing? David the Jew King. Hey, David versus Goliath, bro. Is Emu Goliath? Chat, it's about that time. Chat, it's about that time. Everyone that's watching the stream, do the YouTube stuff. Drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already, especially if you guys like when we call out Marie-Joie and name the Celestial. We do that all the time here. Unfiltered channel, unfiltered chat. But chat, answer me this. What do we rate the Elbaf arc so far? Evil, recency bias. Evil, you're jumping the gun. Yo, Elbaf, for me, is a 10 out of 10 arc. Straight up. I don't care, bro. Just call it recency bias. Call me jumping on the bandwagon. Yo, say whatever you want. I don't care. This arc is absolutely spectacular. Between Shamrock and Gunko and Keatingham and Summers and Marie-Joie being on fire and the mural, Loki, Harold, Zabek. "2025 is the year of fan fiction One Piece, fanfic piece. Every chapter just feels like a fanfic, bro." Smokey, am I lying? Tell me I'm lying, Smokey. Where's Smokey in chat? Where'd he go? I lost Smokey. Where's he at? Where'd he go? Thank you so much, Smokey. 320 in super chats, stream elements. Thank you, brother. God bless, Smokey. How many chapters will you think God Valley will be? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I think that this is the prime time for Oda to give us the God Valley battle. This is the prime time. You got to strike when the iron is hot. You have to. The iron is hot, Oda. You got Zabek introduced. You got some Loki stuff. You're showing us God Valley between Shamrock and the mom and Garling and all this. This is the prime time to show God Valley battle. That's what we mean by God Valley. When you guys say, God Valley, are we going to get God Valley? How long is God Valley? What you guys are probably saying is the battle. That's what you guys mean. We already have bits and pieces and breadcrumbs of God Valley. We've had that. The problem is the battle of God Valley. Garp, Roger Pirates, Rocks Pirates, that's the bread and butter we want. And honestly, we're probably going to get it, chat. We're probably going to get the God Valley battle, bro. Oh, dude. Oh, this arc. Yo, Oda. I'm telling you, bro. Everyone was complaining about Wano. Who was reading Wano Weekly? Who's reading it? Everyone was complaining. God bless J-Real. Everyone was complaining about Wano Weekly. Get it over with. I want Wano to end. 149 chapters. Get us out of Wano. Too much Wano. Oda turns around, drops Egghead, one of the greatest arcs, period. Turns around, gives us Elbaf, again, one of the most craziest, impeccable arcs ever. Like, Oda was like, all right, you guys weren't feeling me during Wano. I'm going to fix it with Egghead, with Elbaf. Bro, can you guys just imagine the next One Piece arc? What is the next One Piece arc? Laugh Tale? The Blackbeard versus Straw Hat war? Oh, dude, man. All right, chat, we got to continue, though. Next point. At the end of the chapter, God Valley tournament begins. Shaki is the biggest prize of the tournament. Okay, that's the worst part of the spoilers. That is lame. Kid Teach and his mom are slaves for the world government too. Yo, we called it. Many One Piece fans called it. We knew Blackbeard was going to have a sad backstory. We thought like, oh, maybe his parents were killed. Maybe he was a slave. Hey, a lot of us thought that. And we still say that about Akainu, right, chat? Don't we say that about Akainu? Oh, maybe Akainu was enslaved. Maybe his parents got killed by pirates. Maybe his home got destroyed by pirates. Hey, we've been saying stuff like that about Akainu and Blackbeard for a long time. So it's interesting. It's pretty crazy to see that Kid Teach and his mom are slaves for the tournament too. All right, Dragon finds Shanks and Shamrock's mom almost dead, and she begs him to save her kids. So Dragon gives Shanks to Roger. Roger gives Ace to Garp. You guys see like this pattern going on? Shanks went from Garling and his mom to Dragon, then Dragon to Roger. Wait, and then to Roger, and then Roger had his own kid. His kid went to Garp, then from Garp to Whitebeard. It's like a pendulum kind of thing. It goes in two different directions because Shanks went from Dragon to Roger, and then Ace went from Garp to Whitebeard. Is there going to be another character like that? Is there going to be another character where someone gave the baby over? That baby was, raised by a person. Then when the baby grew up, got a little bit older, he went to someone else. Is that what's going on? Davy Jones was the second pirate, the rival of Joy Boy. That's what I'm kind of thinking too. But I don't know, man. It almost like I kind of get the impression sometimes that Lily was the one that kind of like created the D-Clan, kind of spearheaded the D-Clan. Like part of me almost thinks that the D-Clan began at the death of Joy Boy. I almost think like Davy Jones was between Joy Boy and Luffy. Not as like a good guy or like a progenitor, but like timeline wise. I almost feel like Davy Jones was like 400 years ago or something like that. Celestial Dragons can't help but piss off everyone. Yo, why are you being anti-celestial? God Valley was promised to the Celestial Dragons 3,000 years ago, Jacob. There's no need for you to be anti-celestial. This is why you're going to get banned from ship ports. This is why your berries are going to freeze and you're going to get thrown into Impel Down for the anti-celestial behavior. Come on, man. Just like the Red Line, bro. The Celestials were promised that the Celestials were promised the Red Line 3,000 years ago. Davy Jones and Joy Boy were brothers, and one of them betrayed and killed the other one. Well, where does Emu come into the mix? Because it's clear that Emu is the enemy of Joy Boy. It's clear that Emu has not only a physical but an ideological contrast and opposition to Joy Boy. So if we say that Davy Jones betrayed Joy Boy, then where does Emu fit into that? Did they work together? Like I don't really get that. I don't get the 3,000-year-old joke, but it's funny. Oh, man. 400 years ago, so around the time of Ryuma. Yo, I didn't even think of it like that. Fretton. God bless Fretton. I didn't even think of it like that, but sure. Onaj, God bless. Davy Jones being Joy Boy would be so cool. IMO, Teach being his direct descendant. Maybe Monkey D was the evil pirate counterpart. See, I you got me in the first half. Like, I like the idea of Teach being directly connected to Joy Boy, whereas Luffy's not. And Luffy, he's like the chosen one because he has the Nika fruit. I kind of like that contrast, you know? And Blackbeard, he has the DNA, he has the lineage, but he's not the chosen one. He's not the promised man that carries the Nika fruit, you know? Whereas Luffy, he doesn't have the lineage, he doesn't have the bloodline, but he has Nika fruit. He's the return of he's the Messiah, essentially. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, like when you compare it to things like Jesus, right? Jesus was from the line of David. So I don't know. Maybe Luffy's related to Joy Boy and Davy Jones is not Joy Boy. And I like the idea of Davy Jones being Joy Boy. We've spoken on that countless times on this channel. Many, many, many times. I like that take, but the possibilities are open right now. We don't know for sure. Davy Jones could be Joy Boy. Maybe it's not. Davy Jones could be Joy Boy's brother. Maybe it's not. Davy Jones could be from the same time as Joy Boy. Maybe not. Davy Jones could be after Joy Boy. Maybe not. Davy Jones could be an evil guy. Maybe not. Now, chat, I want to say, though, now that we're kind of like, how do I say this? Now that we're like led to believe that Davy Jones, or now that we're kind of led to, why am I repeating myself? Scratch that. Now that we're kind of being led to believe that D doesn't stand for Davy, it makes me think, does D stand for anything? Is it possible that D is not a letter, but it's actually a symbol? Because we've spoken on that many times as well. We've spoken on that many times. It could be the case that D is not a letter, it's a symbol. And what the symbol is the half moon. People that mingled with the moon people, humans who accepted the moon people, who accepted the aliens, they mingled and created half moon people. Rather than like, D being descendant, D being devil, D being this, D being that. Like that's so played out. And that's strictly my own subjective opinion. Oda does not care about my opinion. Yo, chat, Oda does not care about your opinion. Whether you think something would be cool, lame, boring, obvious, that doesn't matter at all. That's completely irrelevant. My point, though, is like, it kind of feels like Oda to have something in the story like the D clan, and then One Piece fans are always thinking like, oh, what does D stand for? Does it stand for descendants? Does it stand for devils? Does it stand for demons? Does it stand for dawn, destiny? All these corny theories that you guys hear all the time, right? But it turns out it doesn't stand for anything in terms of an acronym. It stands for things in terms of symbology. So when you see the letter D, it's half moon. That's what it stands for. It stands for half moon. It stands for something metaphorically. It doesn't stand for something acronomically. Does that make sense, chat? I think we are gonna probably end up in that predicament. I think that's what's gonna end up happening, bro. I'm calling it now. I think the D clan doesn't stand for something from an acronym standpoint. It stands for something from an symbolic standpoint. So when it comes down to, let's say, well, why would people say the D clan? Well, first of all, the D clan originates from the time of the Void Century and Joy Boy. So obviously, people have forgotten its meaning over time. Obviously, people haven't read the poneglyphs and stuff like that. So when characters in the One Piece world talk about the D clan and how it's so mysterious and stuff like that, they only know bits and pieces. They don't know the full story of the D-Clan. They don't know the full story of Joy Boy and Emu and Nika. Chat, these characters don't know the full thing. So how could we expect them to know that D stands for a certain word? And they, by the way, characters in the story haven't even implied that it stands for a word, which readers just assume it does. Haven't you noticed that? And if you disagree, prove me wrong. Show me one panel in One Piece where a character implies that the D-Clan, the letter D stands for a certain word acronomically. Can you guys show me a panel? Because it doesn't exist. Abigna, God bless. It doesn't exist. We as fans, we just assume that, oh well, the D's a letter, right? So what does D stand for? That's like the obvious way of looking at it. That's like the obvious way of thinking about it. And it feels like Oda writing to put D-Clan in the story. All the readers are going to try to guess what D stands for, which, by the way, 99% of people's theories on what it stands for works. Dream, duh, everyone has a dream. Dawn, people change the world, right? Dusk, well, the world's in a dark time. Demon, oh, well, from a certain perspective, someone could be a demon. You get what I'm saying? It's like Oda's writing to make it seem like D is an acronym. It stands for a word. Whole time, it doesn't stand for a word. It's a symbol, chat. It's a symbol. Just like how Vivi and the Straw Hats, they put an X on their hand, chat. Is that because they played xylophones or something? Is that because they were xenophobic? No, the X was not an acronym. It didn't stand for something from an acronym letter standpoint. It was a symbol, chat. And I think that's what they're going to do with the D-Clan. Who's with me, chat? Who's with me? Who's with me? I've had enough of D stands for dawn, dusk, dream, demon, despair, destruction. Like, those are such vague words, bro. All of those fit, by the way. Like, neither one of them fits better than the other. But anyways, enough about the D-Clan. I think it being the symbol for the people of the half moon is what it stands for. It stands for something through the aspect of a symbol, not through the aspect of an acronym. This is one of the greatest spoilers of all time. Greatest spoilers of all time. No one in Oda Glazer for putting 10. Facts, bro. Matt C, God bless. This is definitely one of the greatest spoilers I've ever read. This reminds me of like 1044 spoilers, bro. And I don't know, I might be gassing it. Which, by the way, hold on, chat. I saw a post here. Hold on, I don't know if this is a real spoiler. Where is it? The reason Shaki is in God Valley is probably because Garling is responsible for it. He wants to make Shaki his new wife, which is why he stabbed Shanks' mother and has independently presented her as the grand prize of God Valley. Okay, chat, I saw a fake spoiler earlier today. Someone was saying that Garling went to God Valley because he wanted the Gomu Gomu no Mi, that the Gomu Gomu no Mi was on God Valley. I'm pretty sure that was a fake spoiler, chat. Which, by the way, no break next week. L, God bless, bro. Finally, some Dragon Lord. Krish with the 40. Thank you so much, brother. God bless. Damon Deuce, God bless, bro. First time watch a stream only for Dragon. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Krish, if you haven't already, subscribe, bro. Drop the noti bell so you don't miss future streams and open mic streams where I get the viewers that come into the voice channel. We got those coming up. I missed this week, but we'll get them coming up here soon. Eli, God bless. Yo, Oda, 3 chapters in a row? Last chapter. What was last chapter again? Harold fighting. Roger meeting up with Zebek. Okay, last chapter was pretty good. This chapter's insane. Yo, if Oda drops a banger for 1160, if 1160 is nuclear, this might be the greatest 3-chapter run. Next to like 1085. You guys remember the run Oda went on for like 1084, 1085, 1086. You guys remember that? That run was insane. But if Oda drops something nuclear for 1060, I don't know, man. I don't know. Krish, thank you, brother. God bless. God bless. Salute, salute, salute. I know that it was Garling that was a misogynist. Next open mic's gonna hit differently. Facts, bro. We might have to do. So here's the thing, right? I am open to doing an open mic during the chapter reaction stream, but there's two problems. There's two caveats. One, I want to make sure we still have super chats coming in because I have a lot of things going on in life. I need to have the resources to take care of my wife and family and stuff like that. So I do need resources, chat, although it is completely optional for everyone here. No one here is forced to donate anything. And then on the other hand, when we stream the chapter reaction, that is during the week and it's a little early in the day. So I don't feel like that's a great time for people to do open mic, When we do the open mic on the weekend and it's a little bit later, then people are usually more available to hop into the open mic because during the week, most people are like at school or they have work or something like that. Whereas on the weekend, a lot of people are off from work. So thank you, Smokey. God bless, bro. We'll need to consider that. We'll need to consider. Thank you, Smokey. Thank you, Krish. God bless the both of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it, chat. When you guys super chat, memberships, especially stream elements, because YouTube takes the majority of the super chats and memberships. When you guys use the stream elements at the top of the chat, I greatly appreciate it, chat. I'm working on having kids one day, chat. Working on getting a home. All these different things, chat. I have a wife. When you guys support the channel like this, I appreciate it times 10 million. Thank you guys so much. Smokey with a 10. Thank you, brother. God bless, bro. I think we should do an open mic for 11:58, 11:59, 11:60. So a 3-chapter open mic. Well, to be fair, right? When we do the open mic, people usually talk about like every One Piece subject you could think of, So if we do an open mic after 11:60, I'm pretty sure people will mention things from 11:58 and 11:59, Every open mic, people are talking about all sorts of One Piece things. God bless Smokey. Thank you so much, man. He finally mentioned have a mini evil. Look, not yet, bro. Not yet. In the future. A nuclear family, yes. Yes, I'm going to have a family with a beautiful wife, right? A beautiful, lovely wife, a Christian Catholic wife, Christian children. We're not doing the troon stuff. We're having a Christian family. We're going to mass every Sunday. Me and my wife are going to have the nutrition down lock. We're going to have the fitness down lock. We're going to have proper education. We're not doing the rainbow stuff. We ain't doing any of that. We are here to excel. We are here to win. We are here to stand for truth and beauty. We are here to bring glory to Christ. That's the plan. I am Muslim, never in a million years. Thank you, Smokey. Do you think Garland killed Luffy's mom as revenge on Dragon? Yo, that would be such a dirty play. I'm not even going to lie, bro. That would be such a dirty move, man. I won't even lie to you, bro. Garland was like, yo, you want to save Shanks after I try to kill Shanks, my son? Well, I'm going to go kill your wife. Bro, that is dark. That is dark. That is absolutely dark. Chat, what do you think about this take right here? What do you think about this theory? That is a messed up theory. There is also a spoiler by Worston that Wang Ji is the traitor that kidnapped Shaki. Wow. Dude, I thought the traitor would have been Shiki. Because Shiki seems like he might be the most self-centered guy in the Rocks Pirates. So I'm actually kind of surprised that Wang Ji is the traitor, not Shiki. Wow. Wow. Willing to bet Dragon's wife was a Nerona Celestial Dragon. Good one, of course. That'd be interesting. I don't know about that, but that'd be pretty interesting. This chapter also explains why Shanks doubts on Luffy because he's so indebted to his father. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, but no. Because I don't think Shanks doubts Luffy too hard. Like, I would say Shanks more so. Like, I understand where you're coming from, Vincent. I get it, bro. But I think it's more of like a I'm gonna test you. Like, let me give you drive and motivate you. I think it's more about stuff like that. Smokey with another 10. Yo, Smokey, you must love this chapter, bro. You must love this chapter. $99 donation. $99 donation. $20 donation. $5 donation. $10 donation. $10 donation. Can we get some wokies in the chat? Thank you, brother. God bless. I wouldn't put it past Garling. He's one of the dirtiest characters in the manga, besides Saturn and Charlos, Eddie's kinfolk. Charlos is not my kinfolk. Can you stop that? I have nothing to do with St. Charlos. Please, man. Please, bro. Please. Let me find it. Let me find it. You know what I'm going to pull up right now? You know what I'm going to pull up?
Celestials, they're fine people, really fine people. But you people keep exposing them. The island, all of it. You're still talking about God Valley? Really? What files? I haven't been friends with St. Charlos in years, folks. Years. The Celestials, they're fine people, really fine people.
See, the point is St. Trump was on the God Valley Island. He was friends with St. Charlos. So what does that tell you about St. Charlos, Smokey? And you're still going to push this agenda that St. Charlos is my kinfolk, like the dirty scallywag you are? You guys should follow O'Hara Defender on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Best memes, most based red pill memes, O'Hara Defender. Smokey, thank you, brother. He's not my kinfolk. But, hey, it's funny, though, because Garling has one of the cleanest, like, designs and outfits, but then he has like the dirtiest like personality. Trying to kill his own wife, his own son. Bro, that's dark. That's absolutely dark. Saint Eddie D. Weevil, Charlos, Jabra. You added Jabra. Saint Eddie D. Weevil, Charlos, Jabra, Morley the Third. Can we just shorten that down to Mihawk? Law. Zoro. Bro, I might even take Lucci. And Lucci is a Celestial Dragon bootlicker. At this point, I'd rather take Lucci over Charlos. Is that bad, chat? Is that bad? Garling versus Whitebeard coming up. That's pretty cool. I told you that it is misogynistic. The fact that you didn't get surprised of Garling blanking his wife just for a vendetta to Dragon. Man, Garling the worst Celestial Dragon. I don't know, bro. There's a lot of awful Celestials. There's no way Roger and Garp stood in the way of Rock saving his family. That would look way too bad. Oda's already changing God Valley up, so hopefully he changes that up too. Well, I don't know if it would necessarily be changing it up. Like, I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. I don't think he's changing it up. I think it's more about him adding context. I get what your point is, though. Let's see. And then we got a super from Edison. Thank you, brother. God bless, man. Thank you for the support. You're very generous. You're amazing. Maybe Dragon witnessed the native hunting composition caused him to become disillusioned. I love that. I love that. I love that. Because, look, when Dragon was at O'Hara, which was 20 years ago, he was already a freedom fighter. So it was not the case that Dragon saw O'Hara and then he's like, oh, now I got to leave the Marines. No. We've been wondering, Edison, why did Dragon leave the Marines and start freedom fighters? Something had to have triggered that. So what you're saying is he saw the native hunting competition, and I think that's a great take. Chat, gas or trash? I'm putting gas in the chat. Rate this take, chat, gas or trash. I think it's a great take. And I know a lot of people, the obvious one, someone in the chat is about to say like, oh, I like Dragon creating the freedom fighters because the Celestials, they killed Dragon's wife. They enslaved Dragon's wife. Like, yeah, that's a good take too. Like, that would be pretty interesting. I don't dislike it, But like I feel like that's what people are gonna say. That's what people usually say. But this one, Edison's a bit more interesting, you know, because it doesn't have to be one or the other, Edison. Like it doesn't have to be that like either Dragon's wife suffered or she didn't. Like you can have a scenario where Dragon created freedom fighters because of the God Valley incident, but then on the other hand, his wife also suffered, you know? What if Dragon's wife is from God Valley? Dragon's wife is from God Valley. Dragon's wife is the sister of Zebek's wife. Dragon's wife is the sister of Shanks's mom. But the sister of Shanks's mom didn't have red hair. Or she did, but Luffy got Dragon's hair instead. Come on, chat. Think about it. Think about it. Shout out to Edison. Thank you, brother. Blackbeard is Luffy's cousin's uncle. Wait, Blackbeard is Luffy's cousin's uncle. Wait, who is Luffy's cousin? Luffy's cousin's uncle. Who is Blackbeard or who is Luffy's cousin? Dragon's wife is definitely gonna be a good celestial dragon. Why does she have to be a celestial though? Yeah, relation piece is crazy. Every week is something new. What if Dragon successfully saves Shanks and Shamrock's mom, and she's one of the 500 that Kuma managed to get off the island? Ooh, that'd be interesting. I feel like his mom ended up getting killed. I think Oda's going to take that route, just out of convenience, like the mom got killed. What an amazing chapter, man. Chat, can we get some ratings in the chat for the spoilers? 1 to 10, chat. What are we rating these spoilers? I'm giving it a 10, bro. And this is only the brief. Imagine when we get the full spoilers, the full summary, the long summary. Nepotism piece. Yeah. Brought to you by Certified Celestial Dragons. Eric Hernandez, God bless. Deans, God bless. Pablo, God bless. Maybe Shanks's mom is Zebek's sister. Maybe. Making the parallel to Luffy and Blackbeard more beautiful. Yeah, Luffy and Blackbeard are foil characters. But you know what? Blackbeard and Shanks are also foil characters. 10 out of 10. Can't wait for the visuals. Yo, imagine when like these... Yo, could you guys imagine when Elbaf gets animated? God Valley Incident, Loki, all of this, Herald. Yo, I might have to start watching the One Piece anime again. I'm going to have to watch that Elbaf anime. I'm going to have to, bro. Because Oda's been cooking. He really has. What Garling said Emu would want in God Valley is Child Blackbeard. Guys, are we on that boat? I don't know if I... But why? The Zebek's right there. Is it to have a pawn against Blackbeard? Nah, I think it's going to be something else, bro. I think it's going to be something else. I don't think Blackbeard is what Garling wanted. I think it's going to be something else, bro. It's going to be like the original Mother Flame, or like an ancient weapon, or like the straw hat in Emu's chamber. It's going to be something like that. I haven't been in a stream in a while, Evil. Are you still on the train of Emu being the final villain, or has it switched to Blackbeard? No, Emu's obviously the final villain of the story. If Emu's not the final villain of the story, you ruin the world government buildup since Jaya. Emu fits the core heart of the story, not Blackbeard. The reason why there's a One Piece and Laugh Tale and Poneglyphs and a Void Century and yada, 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 it's not Blackbeard, it's Emu. If you removed Blackbeard from One Piece, the story works just fine. If you remove Emu from One Piece, the story doesn't work anymore. Do you think Davy Jones' locker is in God Valley? I like it being at the bottom of the ocean, but that'd be pretty interesting. Let's assume that Garling has killed his wife. Do you think Shanks knows something about that? That's a good question. Chat, what do you think about this? If Garling did kill his wife, do you think Shanks would know? I mean, either way, Shanks doesn't have an allegiance to the Celestial Dragons. Like, Shanks is the man keeping the world in balance, but it's not like he has an allegiance to the Celestials. Chat. Another $100. Guys, look at this. We had a $100 donation from Smokey. Then he turns around for another $100 donation from Smokey. Then a $20 donation from Smokey. Then a $5 from Smokey. Then a $10 from Smokey. Then a $10 from Smokey. Then another $100 from Smokey. God bless, bro. Let's get some wokies in chat. We need to get some wokies in chat. Thank you so much, brother. I can't thank you or appreciate you or love you anymore, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. God bless you and your family. I feel like whatever Garling found on God Valley is something the people could use against Emu. Think about it. Emu knows everything. His only goal was to stop everyone else from knowing everything. What else would a king need? I also like the drunken iron ore theory. That makes sense, bro. That makes sense. That's why Emu was stabbing those posters in the flower garden. Emu knows about the prophecies. Chat, there's prophecies in One Piece. Look at Madame Charlie. Look at the Elbaf mural. Look at Rayleigh's comment about learning the full truth of the world and the history at Elbaf or at Laughtail. There are prophecies in One Piece, and Emu knows about them. So if Emu and Garling caught wind of a prophecy of some kind of information leaking stuff on God Valley, Emu would want to erase that. He would want to censor that. But Smokey, on the other hand, like, I can see Emu, wanting something that could give him more power and control, Like, what you say makes perfect sense. Chat, if you got a cup of water, if you guys got a glass of water, a bottle of water right beside you, chat, drink some water. Smokey, so back to your super chat. I can see, I totally agree and understand with what you're saying, but I feel like at the same time, like, Emu could want to get this thing on God Valley because it's strong, because it's only going to help him. Think about it. Emu's not at the point where he's so strong he needs nothing. Emu's not at that point, because we see how Emu is trying to take control of Elbaf. Emu wants Elbaf. He wants the warrior giants because they're strong and they're powerful. If Emu was so strong to the point where he didn't need anything else, why would he go for God? Why would he go for Elbaf? So yes, Emu is strong, but it's not to the point where he doesn't need anything. So what you're saying is true. It makes sense. But I feel like another perspective of him wanting another weapon, another tool, also makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Young Smokey. God bless, man. Just going absolutely bananas with the super chats today. Absolutely bananas. I can't thank you enough, Smokey. I really, really can't. Even if I tried. I am not. Now you're just making stuff up. I'm a proud Christian. I am a proud Catholic. In fact, my surname, my family heritage goes back to a Catholic dynasty in Spain, and that's actually true. I got none of that Tenju Beto stuff in me. Not me. You got the wrong one. You see the look, you want me to prove I'm not? This coin is perfectly fine. You see this? You see that? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. There's no ridges. Oh, no. Okay, right here. You see this, chat? You see the ridges? There's ridges on this. Chat, why do belly coins have ridges? Stop distracting me. Crazy how Eric thinks Robin is the second best. Delusion is real. Wait, who did he say was first? Nami? What are we doing today, boss? Yo, we're talking about peak spoilers. That's what we're doing today. Fox 45, don't get me started. I will end your whole career. I will put you in a ditch. I'm just kidding. Why do some coins have holes? That's a good question. Isn't it like the Japanese coins, they have a hole in it? Or is that China? Oh, dude, they even clipped the China coins? All right, chat. Listen, stop. I've been canceled enough as it is, chat. I've been canceled enough. I was promised a theory video 4,000 years ago. I think Smokey is sending you a message. You might want to have some baby oil ready.
Oh my God,
No. Coins are made different from for the blind. Oh, well, why don't they just put Braille on it? Like put Braille on a coin. Or is it because like it would lose its touch over time? I'm not answering that question in chat. You know who you are. Bro, you don't follow O'Hara Defender on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok? You don't follow O'Hara Defender? You live under a rock. Imagine following like, you know, well, I'm not going to name any names because then I'm going to get myself into some beef. But imagine following some of these bigger, you know, One Piece accounts, right? But you don't follow O'Hara Defender. Bro, can't they just use tap to pay? Yeah, Eli, I don't think Apple Pay existed 600 years ago, my guy. Wait, do you guys think if no, never mind. If we assume that Garland kills his wife, then I can expect Shanks killing his own dad, bro. That'd be wild. Or Shanks kills his brother. Reverse Doflamingo. If you feel the edge of a quarter and a nickel, you know the difference. Emu is the... Okay, I'm not reading that. O'Hara Defender should be banned off Instagram. He is noticing too much. Yeah, how dare people notice? Stop noticing. Yo, One Piece TCG, God bless, bro. Yeah, chat. Keep the chat to One Piece, guys. We're not allowed to be red-pilled. We're not allowed to be red-pilled. We gotta... I don't know, talk about One Piece titties or something. That matters a lot more than real souls. Who cares about real souls that actually exist and feel pain and suffering? No. That doesn't matter. One Piece gooning matters. That's because a quarter is 2 times the size of a nickel. Yeah, of course you would know that, Eli. Don't think I didn't notice. Garling and Rocks may be parallels. One Piece kills his wife. Rocks might... Or wait, did I say One Piece? Garling and Rocks kill... Bro, why am I dyslexic? Garling and Rocks may be parallels. One kills his wife. The other goes berserk and starts killing everyone when a Celestial kills his wife. Yeah, that's why we say Zebek was right. This is exact, bro. Zebek was right. And just like how I always say, Zebek had an awesome mustache. Zebek was a great painter, but he was a better leader. And people get mad. You know, someone earlier, bro. Someone earlier, they were like, "Oh, bro, how could you post this? This is a whistle." Yo, whistle. Yo, this I'm not even whistling, bro. I'm yelling it. I'm yelling it. You're too brainwashed. You're so deep in the filth, you don't even realize it. You're so downstream, you don't even know what the source of the river looks like. Bro talking about how me and L can't read, but bro is literally stuttering and putting words that aren't there. Yo, door handle, I know you're not talking with a Corona in your hand, bro. I know you're not talking with that Tecate bottle right there. I know you're not talking with that lime in the bottle, tahini and salt on the rim. You're talking to me? You're talking to me? You're talking to me? Who is he? Who's he talking to? He's talking to me? He's talking to me? He is. Why are you laughing? He's talking to me. Yo, Chow, who's he? Chow, who's he talking to? He's talking to me? Bro. Yeah, exactly, Modelo. I'm just kidding, Blackbeard propagandist. We love you, bro. For fun. It's good, bro. God bless. It'd be insane if Emu managed to Domi Reversi rocks. Yo. Oh, if that happens, Zebek would actually be a Celestial then. Think about it. If Zebek got Domi Reversi'd, he'd be like strong St. Charlos. Viswa, God bless. Welcome back. Bro got some cacahuates and a Modelo on the side with the beef jerky and Valentina. Yo, I love some Valentina. I love some Tapatio. Yo, Tapatio, best hot sauce, bro. I can't lie to you. Eric Hernandez, I can't lie, my brother. Tapatio and Valentina. Hey, listen, chat. If you never grew up with hot Cheetos, the hot Cheetos, and you dunk some Valentina in there, you close the bag and you shake it and you eat it. If you didn't grow up with that, or if you didn't grow up with the yellow classic Lay's and you pour some Tapatio in there, like a whole bunch, and shake it up, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's time something is done about this anti-celestialism. We are literally experiencing a digital void century. Yo, Maths, why are you based all of a sudden, Maths? We love you. You've been in this channel for a long time, Maths. You're usually posting cancer, but you've turned a new leaf. What happened? Why am I the only one saying Davey D Buggy? Yo, chat. Oh, Davey D Buggy. I didn't even... Bro. I forgot about that. Davey D Buggy. Math saw one too many O'Hara defender posts. Yo, it's like yo, you should follow meme pages on Instagram. O'Hara defender. No, not that one. I don't get Davey D Buggy. Ah, Jacob. Why are you a bot, man? Why are you a drone? Jacob, I have a lot of respect and love for you, brother. But why are you going bot mode right now? Come on, man. Jordan, welcome back. God bless. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't even thinking about Buggy this chapter. Bro, that's exactly how I feel, man. I totally forgot Buggy even existed this chapter. We're reading about Shanks, Shamrock, Garling, the mom getting killed, Shaggy, Kuma, Ivankov, Dragon, Zebek, Blackbeard. I forgot Buggy even existed. Rox doesn't seem like the guy to cheat on his wife, so no Buggy. Wait a second. There's no how do I word it? There's no rule or something that there wasn't a second child. How do you not know there wasn't a second baby? You just assume there was only one. Maybe the second one, maybe Buggy was delayed or something. Like me, chat, I was in my mom's belly 10 days late. Like, I was supposed to be born 10 days earlier than what I actually was born on. Maybe Buggy's the same. Davy D. Foxy, that is cursed. Buggy and Teacher Brothers, base take. Do you think Rox was flipped by Emu to kill his family, which made Roger and Garp team up? Nah, bro. I'm pretty sure what the majority of what we heard about God Valley is propaganda. The majority of the stuff we heard about God Valley is propaganda, dude. For an example, Marie Joie doesn't tell you that the Big News Morgan's newspaper reported 271,000. No, I'm just kidding. But like when we see Sengoku talk to Marines about this secret event that he shouldn't even be talking about, God Valley, what makes you think that he's going to tell them the dark, bad truth? Of course not. They labeled Garp as the hero of God Valley. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's going to be some missing information. There's going to be some twists of the truth going on with God Valley. So people can't, sit there and believe that like Zebek was actually evil and like maybe he did something bad. It's going to be all propaganda, atrocity propaganda. Do you think Zebek even knew Buggy existed? Zebek has that clown fever. Maybe. I don't know, brother. Wait, if the name Davy is hidden, is that why Usopp Yasopp's surname isn't revealed? Oh, God. This is supposed to be... Yo, chat, by the way, this is supposed to be Usopp's arc. By the way, Elbaf will be Usopp's arc, they said. Trust me, bro, they said. They really try to tell us that this would be Usopp's arc. Yeah, right. Sure, bud. You guys know the Kodak Black meme? This will be Usopp's arc. Elbaf is Usopp's arc, bro. Wait on it. I get that Usopp peaked at Water 7, but Elbaf will be Usopp's arc. Bro. Usopp really peaked at Water 7, dude. When did Nami peak? Nami peaked in Orange Town, bro. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. Nami peaked in Orange Town. Usopp peaked in Water 7. Frankie peaked in Water 7. Robin peaked in Enies Lobby, close enough. The Water 7 saga. Oh my. Yo, chat. Oda really doesn't like the Straw Hats, dude. Let's get another panties joke from Brooke. That'll save them. Not his arc, but bet he is part Tontada. What the hell? Part Tontada and Giant, because no human taking damage like that besides the main three. Like, I don't know how Usopp's going to fix the gap between Van Auger and, like, Usopp. How is Oda going to fix the gap, bro? Van Auger is, like, miles ahead of Usopp. Oda's going to have to, like, do the most plot-convenient thing to save Usopp. You look at Van Auger and you're just thinking, how is Usopp going to take down this guy? It's going to be a complete butt pool from Oda. Usopp peaked in Dressrosa? Bro, what? You think him going against Sugar is better than Water 7? What? Even Enies Lobby Usopp is better than Dressrosa. Like, yeah, Usopp sniped Sugar and he had the fight with Sugar and, boom, the headbutt or whatever. But you think that's better than Water 7 or any Zabi? The way Oda gatekeeps hockey and power-ups from the Straw Hats really feels weird. Bro just hates them for real. Gave Usopp hockey just to snatch it away. Yo, chat, you want to see what I posted earlier? Let me show you what I posted earlier. You guys know this is true. This is going to ruin your guys' day, but someone needs to tell you. Look, chat, someone needs to feed you guys the red pill. I'll do it. Robin almost dies by Logias, or dies by 3 Logias in a row. Also, Robin, do you want to learn hockey? Nah. You literally got trained by the Revolutionary Army. World's worst criminal, by the way. And then this is just cursed. Blackbeard propaganda. So why the hell are you posting this? But then look at this, chat. How are you going to ask to be trained in slapping people, but you're not going to ask to be trained in hockey? Like, really, bro? Really? Like, that type of stuff is just stupid. And I love One Piece. That's just dumb. I watch too many O'Hara Defender posts. I can't stop noticing. Hey, you should watch more. You can't watch too much. I don't know if you saw the Tontada theory about Usopp's mom, but I'm buying it. I haven't seen. Dude, I don't watch theories. With the theory, or with the intro part of Giant, with the intro of part Giant, part Tontada hybrids, not coincidence. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. The only theories I know about is from my stream chat. I don't know the last time I sat there and watched a One Piece theory. Actually, a few months ago, I watched a theory from that one Japanese guy. I forgot his name. Why are you slandering my goat, Evil? Leave Robin alone. She's innocent. Bro, come on. Robin wanted to learn how to slap people before learning hockey. That is unacceptable. The worst part of the writing is that Robin is supposed to be smart. Yeah, Robin's my favorite Straw Hat. Easily. Robin, 100%. I like Robin more than Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. Robin's hands down my favorite Straw Hat. But that doesn't mean that there can't be, things that I don't like about Robin. One Piece fans don't understand that. One Piece fans think like you either love everything in One Piece or you hate everything in One Piece. They don't believe in honesty or something. It's very, very annoying. You thought you deleted that? Dominio Fleur has at least armor? Yeah, bro. Like Robin's whole form where she has like the demon form and stuff like that. So sick, so cool, But then it's like, why not hockey? Like just armament. We're not asking for Robin to have conquerors. We're not asking for Robin to have like super advanced observation. Bro, just basic armament. Like we're not asking for much. I Want to Live is my all-time favorite moment in the series. Yeah, Enizabi is definitely one of the greatest arcs. I feel like Enizabi might be my favorite One Piece arc. But ironically enough, I don't know if I Want to Live is my favorite moment. I don't know what my favorite One Piece moment is. It would depend on my mood. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. I said what I said. Bro, you probably shouldn't have said it. Robin has teleporting neck and ball cracker. Oh, okay. Sheev, God bless. McQueen. Robin's so goofy, Nami could never. Nah, Nami's goofier than Robin. Usopp's going to need aim assist to beat Van Auger. Yeah, bro's going to have to pick up a controller. Robin can defeat the Gorosei if she locked in. Robin would ideologically defeat the Gorosei. She would just sit there exposing them. And then her tweet would get locked for it. Robin would post a thread about the Celestials, and then it would be taken down for hate speech or something. That's why Oda brought up the mixed race theory. Oda loves the race mixes. Oda loves race mixing. Maybe Emu, Joy Boy, and the Florian Triangle things. Well, no. When you say the Florian Triangle things, are you talking about the big things with wings? Because those were people in Skypiea, and their shadows came down. You might be talking about the red eye. Is that what you're talking about? Like the red eye? It looked like an eye, but not really an eye. The red little shining light. Emu, Joy Boy, and the Florian Triangle things are brothers, like the Goliath and the four brothers, and Davy Jones is King David. Maybe. Possibly. No idea. Why does Robin need to do anything? Just give my baby a book and let her just be there and be beautiful. Usopp would get slapped on quick scopes in Rust MW2. Yo, no one here would see me in Modern Warfare 2 Rust 1v1. I don't care who you are. There's not a single person in this chat. I literally know the spawn trap wall bangs on Modern Warfare 2 Rust. I literally know them. I know how to wall bang as soon as you spawn. That one, like, I don't know what to call it, like tin can towards the back corner of the map with the pipe. You spawn like in the corner, like against the gate. I know how to wall bang that. Yo, no one, I don't care what you guys say. And I'm not talking about like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the Call of Duty Remastered. No, forget all that. Original Modern Warfare 2. I'm not talking about this remake, this fake Call of Duty crap. I'm talking about OG Modern Warfare 2. I'm talking one-man army noob tube Modern Warfare 2. I'm talking Harrier Strike, Chopper Gunner, Nuke Modern Warfare 2. You guys are talking about some nonsense. Someone in the chat's going to be like, oh, but Black Ops 2 was better than Modern Warfare 2. No, it wasn't. Is your chat not visible? No, I can't see you, bro. Are you talking? I would have wrecked you back in the day on Xbox Live. No, you wouldn't have. No, you would. Yo, I would have had you screaming. Pause. I would have had you so angry. You would have broke so many controllers because of me. I would have been that one guy. Bro, I would have like stalked you and I would have kept joining your lobby, bro. Anytime you would have went into a public lobby on Modern Warfare 2, I would have went to my recent players and I would have joined your lobby just to stalk you and bully you, dude. See, I told you someone was going to say it, Black Ops 2 better. No, it's not, bro. Modern Warfare 2 is better than Modern Warfare 2. I mean, wait, no. Wait, what? Modern Warfare 2 is better than Black Ops 2. And I played both. I played Black Ops 2 on launch. Black Ops 2 is slightly more iconic. Yeah, it's because all the YouTubers got everyone to jump on the bandwagon. You know what? The people that don't think Modern Warfare 2 is the GOAT, those people didn't play in the golden era, the golden age. They didn't play at that time, bro. Because if you played World at War, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, if you played like all the OG CODs on launch, you would know Modern Warfare 2 is the best. You would know. It's definitely the best. Hands down, baby. Black Ops 1 gets an honorable mention. I'll never forget Black Ops 1, bro. With the MP5. Woo-hoo-hoo. Black Ops 1 with the MP5. Black Ops 1 with the gunship. Oh, man, you guys don't know about that. Black Ops 1 with the silenced Galil. Oh, you guys don't know about that, though. Black Ops 1 with combat training. You guys don't know about that. You guys don't know about the Galil. You guys don't know about that. With the commando silenced. You don't know about the commando silenced on Black Ops 1. That was before your guys' time. You youngins, you Gen Zs, you don't know about the silenced Galil, the silenced commando. You don't know about that. I carried you every game we played together. This is pure cap. Amuni, this is pure cap. Stop lying to the chat. You are a liar. This is pure cap. 100% false. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, my top 3. Okay, Modern Warfare 3 was all right. I don't think it was that bad. Black Ops 2, I think it's so overrated that it makes me dislike it, which I shouldn't act like that. But Modern Warfare 2 is definitely one of the greatest CODs ever. Modern Warfare 2 is just absolute peak. Modern Warfare 2 is like the Ennie's Lobby of CODs. World at War is like the Skypea of CODs. Black Ops 2 is like the Wano or something. Black Ops 2 might be like the Marineford. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 is the Ennie's Lobby of CODs. Black Ops 2 is the Marineford. Dogs in the Chopper Gunner? Yeah, they don't know about that, bro. They don't know about that. World at War had the best zombies. I don't care what anyone says. World at War and Black Ops 3. I'm not going to lie. Black Ops 3 Zombies is undefeated, dude. I won't even lie to you. Black Ops 3 Zombies has the best maps made by the developers. But then if you guys have Black Ops 3 on PC, there's literally like 100,000 custom maps. I literally played Black Ops 3 Zombies One Piece map, SpongeBob map, Mario map, every type of thing you could think of. There's so many custom maps. If you guys have Black Ops 3 on PC, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you have Black Ops 3 PC, there's like, dude, there's like 1 million custom maps, and it's so easy. You just go on the Steam Workshop and you download it. Plus, I love the Gobblegums. The Gobblegums make zombies so fun. And I'll tell you this, as a World at War OG, I was playing World at War before Modern Warfare 2 came out. Think about that. As a little kid, I was playing Call of Duty World at War before Modern Warfare 2 even dropped. If you guys don't know the timeline, Modern Warfare 2 was the next one after World at War. I was playing World at War before Modern Warfare 2 dropped, playing the OG zombie maps, and I will tell you, Black Ops 3 Zombies, especially with the Gobblegums, so undefeated, bro. Black Ops 3 Zombies, so fire. As an OG, I'll tell you that. Same with Pokemon. As a Gen 3 lover, I absolutely love Gen 3 of Pokemon. Pokemon Emerald, Fire Red, etc. I will tell you that Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 are peak. I don't have it on PC. Bro, you're missing out, man. Black Ops 3 on PC is immaculate, especially when like your PC is good enough to have like 144 FPS. Dude, you're missing out. 144 FPS, custom keybinds, custom maps. Then you get like some nerdy hacker to give you like 1 million gumballs. Oh, you're missing out, dude. 231. I think Gen 3 might be the best. I really like Gen 4 and 5. It's just a different version of the same crap. No way. Well, maybe nowadays that's the thing, but before I feel like there was some innovation. Now, yeah, I would agree. They had World at War on the Wii. Oh, dude, World at War on the Wii. You had to use the Wii remote. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, another classic game. Which, by the way, guys, let's get back on topic. Let's get back to the One Piece, okay? I enjoy talking about COD and Pokemon and all that stuff. You guys know I love talking about this stuff. But we got to get back to the One Piece, chat. We got to get back. Shout out to Crowcox for following me on Twitter. Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to say that. Shh. They have all the World at War maps on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, and they all are really fun. I don't have World at War on PC. I had World at War. Why am I didn't have Black Ops 1 on PC. I had Black Ops 1 on PS3, though. I had Modern Warfare 2 on PS3 and Xbox 360. Fire Red, Emerald, Soul Silver. Yo, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Emerald is definitely better than Fire Red. Someone has to tell you. I'll tell you, bro. Emerald, hands down, better than Fire Red. Fire Red is so boring, dude. Soul Silver is definitely one of the greatest Pokemon games ever made. Dude, the animations, the music, the battles, Johto. Then, you beat the Elite Four, right? And you get an entire new region of Kanto. That is so fire. Like, you literally beat Soul Silver, Johto. You leave the Pokemon League and you get an entire new region, a whole region, Kanto. Yo, Soul Silver really is one of the greatest games. I like Scarlet and Violet. Again, I'm a Gen 3 guy. Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. I'm a Gen 3 guy. I loved Black 2, White 2. I loved Pokemon Scarlet. I loved Pokemon Violet. Those games were great. I liked them, bro. And yes, they were a little glitchy, bad FPS and stuff like that. I still really enjoyed it. I never played Saints Row. Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the greatest video games I've played in my whole life. I feel like Red Dead 2, anyone can play that game. I feel like girls can get into Red Dead 2. Like, that game is so awesome, bro. The storytelling, the plot, the open world aspect of Red Dead 2. There's so much immersion, all these side quests. Red Dead Redemption 2, I feel like every person that likes video games should play that. It is such an amazing game. Especially the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. What an awesome ending. Heart Gold, I had Soul Silver, brother. I had Soul Silver. Had that Lugia. Cold War? What's Cold War? Is that a COD? I don't think I played that one. Black Ops 1 Ascension. Oh, is that the one with the monkeys and the space shuttle? You had the monkeys running around and they would take your perks. Is that what you're talking about? Ascension? I think that's the one, right? Kino der Toten was like the beat down building. No. Kino. What was the one of the movie theater that everyone loves? No, that's Kino. Yeah, that's Kino. Kino der Toten was the one with the movie theater. And then Nacht der Toten was the beat down building, the original Zombies map. I still love Derice, not Die Rise, Derice. If you guys remember Derice, the last zombie map on Call of Duty World at War, Derice, it might always be my favorite COD Zombies map. I love that map so much. It's just so good. It's simple, right to the point. Kino's fun, though. 5 was crazy. We all know Transit is garbage. Transit is trash. I'll sit in the catwalk. Yo, you didn't know how to do the train in Derice, bro? I knew how to do there was like 2 different trains that you could do in Derice. Like you would begin on the window at the catwalk, you would fall down, you would run towards the power, like the wall, the wall that had the writing. You make a left, you make another left, and then you're in the room with the Thompson. You go up the stairs, and then there's like a drop down that leads you to the catwalk. You would just go in like a circle like that. All right, chat. Back to One Piece. I love Transit. You're just bad. No, Transit sucked, man. It wasn't even that like it was hard or anything. It just wasn't that fun. Like the fog was annoying. The fact that the map was so big, it would take forever for the zombies to get to you. It was irritating, man. With the maps where the zombies would, generally be close to you, that feels a bit more fast paced, It's a bit more convenient. But in Transit, like if you took the bus, oh man, it would be so annoying for zombies to respawn or run up to you and get you, like kill the last one. So annoying. I also love Shino Numa. Banger map right there. I almost forgot about that. One of the greatest zombie maps of all time. Oh, chat. I'm going to cry. Chat. I'm going to cry and have goosebumps. This is one of the greatest COD zombie maps of all time. Shinonuma, however you want to pronounce it. Oh, man. What an amazing legendary map right here. You guys remember, like, in the spawn room, they had, like, the hanging body. And if you kept throwing grenades and shooting it, the body would fall down. Yo, I think, like, one time the body fell down. And when I ran up to it, it instantly knocked me down, like it killed me. Is that like a rumor? Because I think that actually happened to me. Is that like a possible event? Yeah, they'll never make a good One Piece game. I think if they wanted to make a good One Piece game, they should make it like a Smash Bros game. They should make like One Piece, but like Smash Bros, or like One Piece like Brawlhalla. That would go so hard because one, that would be very easy to make. Two, it would have a lot of replay value. And three, you can't fumble that. Imagine Smash Bros, but One Piece. Like, I get everyone says like, oh, open world One Piece game. Bro, I get that, whatever. But like, look at Sea of Thieves. That game gets boring as hell. Roger and Dragon meet up in God Valley. Oh, that'd be sick. See, Dragon is not the son of Zebek. I'm still holding on. I hope that theory is wrong. I think Vswa asked me if I'm going to get GTA 6. Old me would say yes. New me would say no. I feel like GTA 6 is a bit outside of my my worldview. It's a bit outside of who I am nowadays. Younger me, I'd be so hyped for it. I mean, I was hyped for it, but I can't do the GTA stuff anymore, you know? I don't really play video games. I can't even tell you the last time I played a video game. Like, I have Tetris on my phone, but that's like, you know, when I'm trying to kill time, like I'm on the road or I'm going somewhere. I don't really play video games anymore, but GTA, you know, the themes in it and stuff like that, you know, is just not something that, you know, I want to fill my mind with. One Piece Pirate Warriors. I think I have Pirate Warriors 4. It's either like 3 or 4. It is so boring. What about Warner Brothers fighting game? It died quickly. Yeah. Chat, what was that game? It was the Warner Bros game, and it had like Shaggy, Bugs Bunny, Iron Giant. Chat, what was that game called? Someone in the chat knows. It was the fighting game. It was like Smash Bros. It was by Warner Bros. What was that, chat? What was that game called, chat? It was by Warner Bros. It had Shaggy. I think it had Batman. Multiverses. Yeah. Shout out to Abigna. Thank you. Multiverses. Yeah, that game's dead. I saw like a few months ago, there's less than 100 people that play it. There's less than 100 people playing that game. That is, bro. I think, like, my theory is that 90% of games that have an active fan base is like the top 3 video games. That's my theory. The top 3 video games out right now, that's where 90% of video gamers are. Then every other game's going to just have low player count or almost be dead. You've never heard about it? It didn't get canceled. It just died. All right, chat, back to One Piece because we got to wrap up here in like 20 minutes or so. Multiverses was fun, but the game director messed around and didn't give the people the best picks, and also 2 characters a season wasn't enough. Yeah, that was pretty annoying. Like, I actually try to give Multiverses a chance. I was playing it all the time. God bless wordplay. Ghost of Yotai, Battlefield, Borderlands 4, only notable games this year. Maybe final Switch Pokemon game. Yeah, I'll probably never end up playing any of those games. Yo, like, I'm not going to lie. I keep talking about Kirby Air Riders. If I get back into, you know, playing video games and stuff like that, I got to get a Nintendo Switch. I got to get the Switch 2 and play Kirby Air Riders. Kirby Air Riders and Mario Kart. Those will be my guilty pleasures. You were knocking people out with Jake the dog. Yeah, I played a lot of Jake. What's his name? I was playing Jake, Finn, Shaggy. I think Superman too. I need a new Crash Team Racing, bro. I forgot Crash Bandicoot even existed. Do people still play Crash Bandicoot? Do they even have like multiplayer games for those, or are they all single player? I'm gonna run it on Kirby. Yo, I will demolish everyone here on Mario Kart, and I will demolish everyone here on Kirby Air Riders. Chat, I have like 1,000. I have like 10,000 hours on the original Kirby Air Ride for the GameCube. City Trial, I have easily like 10K hours. I know all the meta, bro. I'll get the Kirby Air Riders game, and I'll learn the meta within like a day. I'll get banned. I got nothing to cook this chapter. Sadly, we've been calling Davey for 5 years. Yeah, now that we're finally getting it, it's like it almost like not ruins the surprise, but like, you know, they shut it down. The players know, shut it down. Smoking is bad. Blanking makes you live longer. What? What did I just read? Door handle. Are you quoting some brother? What is that comment? Are you quoting something? Vaping. Bro, I was going to say, like, that was an insane comment. Like, yo. Davy Jones is a joy boy. What do you think about that? No, I don't really like that. I think there was one joy boy during the Void Century, and he's finally back. Like, there's a lot of dialogue in the plot, lots of dialogue through the story, which makes it seem like Joy Boy is a messiah figure. Like, Joy Boy is a messianic title, right? And he's finally coming back. He's finally returned. Like, think about Zunisha, right? Zunisha has been alive for 1,000 years. And he says that, like, oh, Joy Boy, you finally returned, you know, making a big deal about it. Like it's the promised day or something. It seems to me that Joy Boy, there was a guy during the Void Century who had the title of Joy Boy. He died. And now Luffy has the title of Joy Boy. I think like that's like a lot more likely. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Door Handle was a Celestial for a second. Celestial Dragon. You played Batman more than anything else. Couldn't he put like mines on the ground? Wonder why that's your autocorrect option? That's insane. But I guess like chat, is it possible that Joy Boy's name is Davy D. Jones? Is that possible? And Oda's like gonna hit us with a plot twist in like 100 chapters. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, Joy Boy's name, the Joy Boy at the time, his name was Davy D. Jones. Like how we were talking about earlier in the stream. Maybe Blackbeard is biologically related to Joy Boy, but Luffy is spiritually related to Joy Boy. Since Luffy is the promised one, Luffy's the chosen one, Luffy has the Nico fruit. Could the prize that he wanted Emu to see be the pawpaw fruit, which can be another hidden fruit? The island is two hands coming together. I have a video about the pawpaw fruit being a different fruit. I put it out a long time ago. Type in VV Devil Fruit and then my name, right? VV Devil Fruit Emu or Evil. I put this video out. It says 1 year ago. I put this video out September 24th, 2023. So almost 2 years ago. Let's check it out, chat.
Bartholomew Kuma and his devil fruit is not what you think it is. Over a year ago, I was the driving force behind Luffy being inspired by beautiful India's Hanumanji. At the time, I made a very long video explaining why Luffy actually has a Zoan, a Hito Hito no Mi specifically. And thanks to chapter 1044, that theory turned out to be true, but this time it's going to be Kuma's turn. And when I tell you the name of Kuma's devil fruit, I promise you're going to be absolutely mind blown. Most One Piece fans believe that Queen Lily of Alabasta Kingdom had the Pawpaw fruit originally, and for good reason. Inu said that Lily spread the poneglyphs on that fateful day, and Occam's razor points at the solution being the Pawpaw devil fruit. Now, this idea has even made its way to Vivi, being that she's the descendant of Queen Lily, meaning that Vivi, for many other reasons too, will end up with this Pawpaw devil fruit. But to focus on Kuma, the last time we saw him was during chapter 1092 at Marijwa. The important detail that everyone seems to miss is that this took place one day ago. This means that Kuma has plenty of time to go all the way from Marijwa to Vegapunk's Egghead Island. And this works out perfectly for Vivi because we know that Vivi,
Which, by the way, that turned out to be true. And I remember when I was saying that, that was something a lot of people were disagreeing with me on. A lot of people were saying that there's no way Kuma could go to Egghead, that's just a force theory, blah, 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 blah.
to miss is that this took place one day ago. This means that Kuma has plenty of time to go all the way from Marijwa to Vegapunk's Egghead Island. And this works out perfectly for Vivi because we know that Vivi is currently traveling with Big News Morgans, who just so happened to eavesdrop on Egghead Island's information because he's approaching the island with Vivi. So basically,
that's wrong though. That part's wrong. I thought Vivi was gonna land on Egghead.
Luffy, Vivi, and Kuma as a trio are about to meet up on Egghead Island for Kuma's Devil Fruit. But before we jump into...
Okay, so this video is 18 minutes and 50 seconds, almost 20 minutes long. If you want me to explain why the Pawpaw fruit is actually a different fruit, renamed or like a secret fruit or something like that, watch the video. I put the link in the chat for you because you mentioned that in your comment a second ago. Now, your question, though, specifically was, could that be what Emu was going for? Well, yeah, it could be. Do I think that's what Emu's going for? Probably not. I think it's going to be something more grandiose. I think whatever Emu was targeting is something a bit more grandiose than the Pawpaw fruit. And I get it. Like the poneglyphs being spread on that fateful day, and like you know, everything that I said in the video. You could go watch that video because I explained the importance of the fruit. But I don't know. It's just my opinion. It's just completely subjective. I don't know. I think like I forgot who it was. Someone told me, or someone mentioned that maybe it was Tiante, that the straw hat in Emu's chamber, maybe that's what Emu wanted on God Valley. That's a pretty interesting one. But then I would wonder, like, why would Garling know about that or care about that or think like maybe Emu wants that unless he had more context about the hat? So I'm not too sure. I like the idea of an ancient weapon. Maybe they got Uranus from God Valley. Maybe there was some kind of prophecy there. I also like Young Smokey super chatted earlier. He was saying that I pulled it up right here on the screen. Young Smokey was saying that like Emu knows everything about the One Piece world and the history and even prophecies. So it would make a lot of sense that the reason why Emu would want something on God Valley is because it has to deal with information. So if Emu has all the information in the world and other people shouldn't be knowing certain taboo truths, then it would make sense that Emu wouldn't want people to know the truths, thus him wanting to get that information from God Valley. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Does that make sense? Shout out to Smokey. So like for an example, right? I'll just give an example. Let's say it was a very important poneglyph on God Valley. Emu knows everything, right? He doesn't want people to know about Joy Boy, Nika, the D-Clan, Ancient Kingdom, all that stuff. He doesn't want people to know. So the point is he would want that item. That way other people can't learn from it. He's gatekeeping information. That might be coming in future if Kuma dia for sure. Do you mean dies? If Kuma dies for sure, but I don't want Kuma to die. I think Kuma should die only because like I feel like his character arc kind of came to a close already, other than recognizing Nika. I want Kuma to recognize Nika. I I love Kuma. Kuma's one of my favorite characters. He's an absolutely phenomenal character. I love him so much. He reminds me of early Christians, like the early church fathers and the early martyrs and stuff like that. And also, you know, his personality, you know, how he's a great father, works with the revs. I love everything about Kuma. But you know, from a narrative standpoint, I feel like maybe Oda should give him, you know, like a really glorious death. Kuma's the best father, Garling's the worst, yeah. Kiros is another great father in One Piece. Kiros, Whitebeard, Kuma, not Dragon. Who else? A lot of people forget about Kiros. Kiros was such an amazing character in Dressrosa. Kiros is phenomenal, bro. He's based on Saint Bartholomew, yeah, the apostle of Jesus. You know, I was talking to a friend earlier, and I was thinking, like, it's kind of weird how Oda, you know, has some characters in One Piece called a priest, but then when it comes to Kuma, he called him a pastor. Makes me think, like, is Oda like a closet Protestant? I'm pretty sure, like, the people in NL's army, like the God's army, I'm pretty sure they were called priests. Axe, my boy. God bless. Chat, we're going to be wrapping up in around 10 minutes, around 9 or 10 minutes. So please, guys, drop your theories, questions, comments, concerns, all of that in the chat. If you guys haven't already, follow Ahara Defender on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Best meme page, hands down. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit the noti bell. Drop the like on the stream. All that YouTube stuff. Like the stream. Axe, this is definitely an insane, impeccable chapter. Davy D. Jones, bro. Davy Jones was a D-Clan member. You know, hindsight's 2020, but it almost feels obvious. Like, man, like, wasn't it obvious all along that Davy Jones was going to be a D-Clan member? You know? Now that it's come true, it feels so obvious. Like, that's a logical fallacy. Humans do it all the time. Chat, humans do this all the time. Whenever we learn something or something gets confirmed, our brain rewires the situation and we think like it was so obvious all along. But if we're being obvious, like, we didn't see people saying Davy Jones is a D-Clan member like all too often. Like, people always had theories about Davy Jones, like Joy Boy's Davy Jones, Blackbeard's Davy Jones, Blackbeard has Davy Jones soul, Zebek is Davy Jones, like stuff like that. But I haven't seen people specifically say Davy Jones is a D-Clan member. What do you think, chat? What do we think? What do we think? What monkey family is also Davy D family? Are you saying what if? You got this, bro? I'll check Discord after stream. Capone is a dope dad. Pez will be top 5 in the verse when he's an adult. Yeah, I forgot about Pez. Yeah, it's obvious, especially when Zebek solo rated Marie-Joie. Yeah, dude, this guy solo rated Marie-Joie. That's still one of the craziest feats. This guy didn't even have a name yet, and he ran all the way into the flower capital and killed an admiral. Like, dude, Zebek was on a different level. A buddy of mine actually predicted Davy Jones as a dark D over 3 years ago. That's sick. Dragon's a good dad. He saves his son and saves Shanks. Oh, no. The Dragon fans have some artillery now. We don't like that. We got agendas to push. Caribou would be in trouble if his dad was Wang Ji. Yeah, I mean, you know, but the thing is about Caribou is like he didn't really betray anybody. Like he cunningly, I guess, got information from the Straw Hats, But it's not like he betrayed the Straw Hats. He never really had a true allegiance to them, you know? I think he's saying that the Monkey Clan could also be another alias, and they are actually members of the Davy Clan. Yeah, it could be the case. Well, I mean, isn't it actually kind of obvious that the D Clan has... D Clan. Let me say it this way. Isn't it kind of obvious that the D Dynasty has multiple clans? Like the Monkey Clan in the D Clan, the Marshall Clan in the D Dynasty, Nefertari Clan in the D Dynasty, Portgas Clan in the D Dynasty. You know what I mean? So I think Davy may have been a clan in the D Dynasty. We didn't even need this chapter to come to that conclusion either. Like Trafalgar, right? Trafalgar D. Waterlaw. Trafalgar's the surname. So Trafalgar would be a clan in the D Dynasty. Goal, exactly. Goal would be a D clan in the dynasty. We didn't need this chapter to think about that. In fact, I know for sure a lot of people have already said this before. It's like this. It's similar to the Celestial Dragons, how they're made up of certain families and clans and stuff like that. Saul, Jaguar, the Jaguar clan of the D Dynasty, Goal, Trafalgar, Monkey clan of the D Dynasty. Caribou supposed dad. I mean, with Blackbeard, his father was a traitor that started the whole incident. Oh, so you're saying that Wang Ji betrayed Zebek, so Caribou will betray Blackbeard? Kind of like how, you know, what would make that more interesting is that Whitebeard was backstabbed by Blackbeard, but Whitebeard was also backstabbed by Squard. So maybe at some point, Caribou stabs Blackbeard in the back, like how Blackbeard stabs Whitebeard in the back, and like how Squard stabbed Whitebeard in the back. But the only issue that I have wordplay is that Caribou seems like he wants to work with Blackbeard. Caribou seems like he wants to have a relationship and an allegiance to Blackbeard. So it makes me think like, okay, well, if Caribou did backstab Blackbeard, how and why? I used to always say Davy Jones is Joy Boy, etc. When I say Joy Boy or Blackbeard, it's obvious that he's going to be a D Clan member or better. Oh, maybe. I mean, Caribou's not really an important character, you know. He has like the information about the ancient weapons. Aside from that, he doesn't really matter. You know, that's Caribou's role in the plot. Knowledge about ancient weapon locations. So, you know, if hypothetically Blackbeard took revenge on Caribou, it wouldn't really change anything. Monkey, Davy, Luffy. We all held D meaning Davy for a long time. Yeah. I think that theory is a little dead now. It would be strange if it was like Davy Zebek. Monkey, because then it's like Monkey, Davy, Luffy, but then Davy, Teach. Like, I don't get that. That's why I think or that's part of the reason why I think that D is not an acronym. D is a symbol of the half moon. And it's lost its meaning over time. One Piece characters have never said that the D is a letter that stands for a word. One Piece characters never made it seem like the D initial is a acronym. They've never said that. That's just like One Piece fans assuming it. So I think like maybe over time, the D, you know, people forgot what it truly stood for, what it truly meant. And what it truly meant was half moon. So it was probably the case that the moon people came down from the moon, right? And landed on the blue planet. Humans accepted them. Some humans accepted them and worked with them. They then created half moon people because you had humans and you had moon people. Humans and moon people came together and created half moon people. And the half moon people are the D Clan. So true, for fun. So true. All right, chat. Listen, I keep yawning. This has been an awesome, exciting chapter, exciting stream. Guys, as I always say, subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell. That way, when the long summary spoilers drop, you guys immediately get notified because I'll go live, okay? Do ! Discord in the chat to join my Discord server where we also post spoilers as soon as they come out. All that good stuff, guys. Please hit the noti bell on this channel so you don't miss the streams. We're going to go live for the long summary spoilers and the chapter reaction. We'll try to have an open mic soon. I missed this last weekend. I apologize. Thank you all for being here. Tremendous thank you to everyone who supported, like Smokey, Krish, Edison, Smokey again, as well as everyone in the chat. You are all beautiful, amazing people. Chat, pray for me, guys. Pray that God helps me discern my career, that God helps me discern my plans. Pray that God's will be done on earth. Pray that my health is good. Pray that my happiness is okay. Chat, please pray for my family and my marriage, as I'll always pray for you guys and your guys' well-being, regardless of what your struggles in life are, whether it's financially, health-wise, fitness, nutrition, career, relationship, spirituality, whatever it is. I'll always be praying for you guys. Stan, God bless. Love you all tremendously, guys. Drop a like on the stream, and we will be back. Long summary spoilers. We will be back. Chapter reaction. We will be back. Hopefully, open mic. Trying to make some time for that. We will be back, guys. I have a vacation to Japan coming up in a little under a month. I'm very, very excited. So I'll be gone for a while, but I'm going to try to stream in Japan. Guys, I'm going to try my best, okay? I'll try my best to make sure I go live for the chapter and the spoilers and stuff like that. I'll try not to miss streams. I'll try to have them, at a good time and stuff like that. Please bear with me. Please pray that I have safe travels there as well. Shout out to Elle. Shout out to Vincent. Love you guys tremendously. You guys are amazing people. Have a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. Hail Mary, full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Have a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are, chat. Peace.
If the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first. If you belong to the world, then the world would love you as its own. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. Whoever hates me, hates my Father also. They would not have been guilty of sin if I had not done among them the things that no one else ever did. As it is, they have seen what I did, and they hate both me and my Father. They hated me for no reason at all.